Hello there, I'm Barbara Serra. These are the top stories on Al Jazeera. The Boston bombings have been described by US President Barack Obama as a heinous and cowardly act. 3 people died and 176 were injured in the blasts. It's thought the explosives were stuffed into pressure cookers. Al Jazeera's Alan Fisher reports from Boston.
We're being told by the Associated Press and other media outlets, and we ourselves have spoken to law enforcement officers who haven't dissuaded us of the notion that these bombs were packed in something like this, pressure cookers. Now, these are used extensively in Iraq and Afghanistan, and what you have is a very deep pan, and in there they would place the explosives, and round about it we know here there were ball bearings and nails packed around the explosives, so that when they explode, the blast might not be that big as we saw here in Boston, but the damage it does is extensive.
United Nations humanitarian chiefs are calling on world leaders to stop the war in Syria. They say the UN could be forced to suspend humanitarian aid if the conflict continues. The EU's High Commissioner for Humanitarian Aid and Crisis Response says getting help to civilians has been a challenge.
The more fighting intensifies, the tougher it becomes for humanitarian workers, and even the most experienced among them find it terrible to see the desperation of families and not being able to reach out to them.
In Venezuela, 7 people have been killed and at least 130 arrested in violent clashes between supporters of President-elect Nicolas Maduro and his rival Enrique Capriles. Maduro has accused opposition leader Capriles of inciting a coup. Lots more on the results of the Venezuelan elections and everything else that we have been covering on the channel, on the website. The address on your screens right now, aljazeera.com. Those were the headlines on Al Jazeera. That's all from me, Barbara Serra. Bye-bye.